T-minus mission. Cairo? A dwarf planet at the far end. Ah, this is your Pluto, is it? That's a lot of kerosene. Not as much kerosene as yarn, but still, that's a lot of kerosene. That might take me a while. Well, that's gonna take, well, foo. Oh well, let's do all of the other things we're gonna do. I probably won't be able to afford anything there anyway, right? So, as you can tell, I've been building up my oil production, because I need it. All right. Lunar outpost, moon base. Let me see. I need more concrete. Get that unobtainium levels up. Up. Powered mining outpost. Why can't I get unobtainium anywhere other than my moon? I mean, really now. Let's take a look over at our unicorns for a second. Give me your tears. I have 1,000 tears. 1/5 of the way. I suppose it's time I should just save up for the utopia, huh? I mean, by the math, this is probably... No, 5 times better. Nope, it's time. It's time to do the unicorn utopia. Even though it leaves me waiting for a while, it is time. I still don't know what a TC refine rate ratio is. What is a TC? What does it stand for? Okay. So, I have so many star charts I can spend. I could dump more into another research vessel. Probably should keep upping my star charts. I could build a bunch of satellites. I think I'm going to take another planet cracker. Now over here, I can spend 10k uranium. There we go. Been meaning to do that for a while. Alloys are critical, so I find myself in constant need of steel still. And constant desperate need of ivory. A lot of ivory. I'm going to have to do a ton of hunting again. If I turned on my mints, how much would they get me? Maybe I don't need gold anymore. Maybe it's not the precious resource it once was. 30 a second. Let me see. So, there's nothing else affecting it. Like over here, you'll see like all these numbers impacting my oil production. Over here, nothing. Nope. Okay then. Maybe I will just start leaving the mints running to gather my ivory. I know it's not as efficient as straight up hunting, but I might be to the point where it's just better. I certainly have the gold. All I need is to leave a few people on cat power and it's set. Speaking of which, let's do that now. How many? Oh. Oof. Man. I would have to leave 30 on this. But it looks like the production's pretty good to me. Leave that on overnight, and I should actually be in pretty good shape. Okay. I guess I can afford that. I can afford to leave somewhere between 20 to 25% of my population doing hunting. And while we're here, let's pick up... Which one we want? The reflectors? Yeah, let's get the reflectors. Let's get the huts. You can keep your turbines. Huts! I can afford them now. I just bought 5 huts, and I can still get... It looks like I can still get a heck of a lot more. Well, I guess there's my hunters for me. By the time I'm done buying huts here, I should have all the hunters I need. Right? We can spend a little time wood cutting. And that'll give me something to do with all my gold. I can spend my gold promoting these new kittens. For the longest time, when I read the religion stuff here, I thought... See, it says Ivory Meteor chance 5. And it didn't look... I couldn't tell that it was increasing the chance. But having bought multiple of these things here, I can see that the rifts are happening a lot more. Somebody pointed it out to me, but I can actually see it. Huh, I got exactly 1,000 tears. I didn't even do that on purpose, but look at how perfect that one was. I'm talking about how perfect the murder of 125 unicorns is. Oh, the things this game does. Okay. Anyway, population is growing. Growing. Slowly. I'm not even being told. It used to say when a kitten was coming to your village. But I guess I'm so large, we don't even notice them anymore. We don't even all know each other's names anymore. I still contend, given the size and scope of our space program, that there's more than 165. This is 165 units of kittens. Probably each represent like 10,000 kittens. Probably represent 100,000 kittens. Maybe 1 million. Why would I want spice refineries? Until the game gives me a use for spice, I don't want more of them. I do want, but I don't have Illudium. That's what we're building towards right now, by the way. If I can get this to 1,000, I can begin the creation of Illudium. But that's going to require a couple more bases, which is we're going to require a lot more concrete, it looks like. Once again, I need steel. It's a good thing I saved some up. I saved up this absolutely obscene amount of steel. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah. Slabs. Slabs are a thing, too. Right. Right, slabs. Alright, hold on. We'll stop building stuff for a minute here. Foo. Anyway, I had saved up an absolutely ridiculous number of steel because I thought I was going to need it for alloys, which I also stocked up on. Also been stocking up on compendiums. More thanks to the manufacturing power of my stuff than anything else. Well, there's some hunting too, but yeah. So, I can get probably 3 more moon bases in. Though, obviously, it's going to take a while to get all the unobtainium for them. I only actually need 2 to get to 1,000. So then I can spend the rest on... I can turn that back on. I can spend the rest on things like planet crackers, which I can afford... Well, no, I won't. I won't be able to afford another one. But I can get some lunar outposts, at least. I can slip in 1 more. In fact, I might just do that right now. See, I can always jigger it between on and off. So, star charts. I should go back to focusing. Like, I got a lot of star charts through the night. My star chart production has really gotten off the ground now. But that's no reason to stop making research vessels and satellites, because I'm only going to need more and more of them. This is 7,500 for this one. The kerosene is going to be a huge stumbling block, I can tell. I mean, it's already stopping me from doing missions. Well, okay, it's not stopping me from doing missions. It's just stopping me from having all the missions done at once. But yeah, Illudium. Man, it's going to be slow. Each Illudium is going to take me probably a couple of hours to make. Just one. And it eats so much alloy. So, you know, that's not so bad, right? You know, except you look at these things and you're like, oh yeah, I just need 250 Illudium. This one's not so bad. I probably want this one first. I probably want to start with micro-wrap reactors and aim at planet busters next. Cold fusion. Actually, this is not too expensive, although I don't know that I'm really all that worried about my energy. This is super cheap. I could get that. Well, super cheap is it'll only take me, what, 10 hours or more? More? Definitely more. Probably make my first goal this and then this if I understand this all right. I should just build the moon bases, but I'm tempted to just boost my production more. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see where we go from here. So, what did T-minus mission get me? What new amazing resources are offered to me now? Just storage. Just storage. And it costs Illudium, like everything else. Well, I have the star charts to do the cryo mission, but not the kerosene. As you can see, it would take a day and 8 hours to gather enough kerosene for this if I did nothing but gather kerosene. So I could be working straight on Illudium, 1,000 unobtainium a shot. In fact, we're going to be looking at that in a second. I could also build up thorium by turning the moon bases off like I have right now. I'm going to hit this. We're going to go over here. Then we're going to turn them on. Basically takes an hour and a half right now per Illudium. So we can do some quick math to figure out how long it would take me to get this very important upgrade. It would take me a day and a half, approximately. One step below, this is mental math, one step below back of the napkin math. So anyway. So I could do that. And that would make me 75% faster at gathering Illudium. Of course, it also eats an absolute shit ton of alloy, which means I would have to focus. I built a lot of alloy up because I know I'm going to need it all. But I could be building alloy up. I think I could keep it up, but so I can have a factory guy making the Illudium even when I'm not on. But even if I turn the rest of my factories on to steel, and I had the coal or steel and alloy, and I set to mine the coal, I don't know. I'm gonna give myself another observatory and a log house. Anyway, and maybe a temple? Yeah, you can never have too many temples. Maybe another factory. Okay, hold on. Let's not spend all of our titanium just yet. Let's see what we want to do in space. Should I grab another planet cracker? Probably. Probably should. Let's do that. That was a lot of star charts. Then 13 minutes from now, I can get another lunar outpost. But I need to be thinking about my oil because I need a lot of kerosene. The thing about kerosene is, aside from the research vessel, I don't have anything that I can actually buy right now that drinks a lot of it. I could get to Cairo, but I wouldn't be able to do anything there. I mean, look at this stuff. It's all Illudium and, well, ridiculous amounts of kerosene. Here we go. Yeah, Illudium, because this is useless without this. Antimatter production 1 a year? Wow, I need to get that started ASAP if it's going to be that slow. Not that there's anything I can spend it on yet. How did I miss that earlier? 30 watts, and then this will take 50 to be able to hold it. I can actually turn that off to hold 119 of it. So I turn that on. So 80 watts of power to be running that. Can't you just put solar panels on it? It's freaking on the sun. Just have to beam my energy there, huh? Alright, let me see. So, yeah, I think I'm going to go for the lunar outpost. I think I'm going to just keep trying to up my unobtainium production. And I'll start setting factory people to doing Illudium. I think that's pretty much the direction we're going to go from here. And it's going to take me quite a while to get to where I can progress to the next step, I think. Or I could just build a lot of oh wait, no, I can't. Look at the science cost. That's it for space elevators. We just hit the limit. I don't know that reduce oil requirements does all that much. I mean, these cost kerosene. Everything important costs kerosene. I get a discount on my lunar outpost, my moon base, and my satellites, and that's about it. And it's not a discount to the star charts or anything, just the oil. Still, I'll take my 1% boost. I'll take my 1% boost and like it. Can I find a use for spice yet? I really need something to do with spice. Anyway, the mints are doing quite well. And I'm still producing more gold than I know what to do with. For the longest time, gold was the most valuable of all commodities. Then I stopped finding people to trade with. And that makes me sad. I'm working on those time crystals. I got 5 of these, and we're coming in towards that unicorn utopia. We're going to invade. We're going to find it. We're going to invade it, and we're going to bathe in their blood. That is what kittens do. Apparently. I don't really need this, but why not? It makes it nice to have things down to just a pile of Illudium upgrades. Oh, and the titanium one I can never afford to have. I need this. I need this all. So, I guess I'm going for micro wrap reactors. Then, math time. Is this best? Hold on. Let's think about this. Ooh. Wait a second, something's wrong here. Oh, right, I was going to build another one, that's why. Okay. Right now, we're positive on both uranium and unobtainium. I could be making thorium and and illudium at the same time. Alright, so it takes me about a day and a half to get a 75% boost. How long would it take me to build, let's say, 4 more of these? That's a stupid question. The limiting factor to these is star charts. So, yeah, that's the only limiting factor. So never mind. The only thing that matters is that we start gathering it. So let's turn that on now. If I have extras, I've just started sticking them in catnip. Okay. 1 for you. So that's on. 1 for you, because I don't think I need uranium for anything. And 1 for you, because I found that 1 will drink all my oil. I should really consider building another one of these next. But I know I'm going to go for the lunar base, because that's of course what I'm going to do. Yeah. At last, we have the Illudium. Alright, now I feel like I'm getting somewhere with this unobtainium thing. This will speed up my Illudium, although despite my best efforts, need more alloy. It won't last long. I just split these guys up again. I had them set to Illudium and steel. Now I've got them spread out. When I go to work, I'll have to push them all back into Illudium and steel and alloy. Like literally produce. Oh, and kerosene. I have 1 guy on kerosene normally. I need a lot of kerosene because next time I'll probably pick up Illudium reflectors. But I can actually afford this. I'll have enough kerosene and Illudium. I'll be able to have myself a cryo station, which it'll be nice. It'll boost my maximums, and that'll be good. As you can tell, I've been focused on star charts and oil and unobtainium. I think I can almost... See, these actually produce 1.5 uranium a second, and these consume 1.75. However, the space elevators are boosting this by 16%, so that brings us up to the planet crackers actually producing more uranium than the lunar outpost calls for. So, yeah, sure, why not? We'll take 1 more. So... Look at that, 10 hours. I could just leave it running like this all day. Turn it off, build it up, do it again. But yeah, what I'm getting at is another one of these. And, yeah. Anyway, you know what I'm saying. The production of uranium is surpassing its consumption at equal numbers. We're just not at equal numbers. I've got more outposts now. I'm also out of star charts, but the weird thing about the cryo station, one of the reasons I realized I like it, it doesn't use star charts for whatever reason. So I can freeze all my titanium and oil and coal, and why do I need to freeze iron anyway? Anyway, I can do all that anytime I wish. It just costs me Illudium for some reason. That's fine. That's fine. It's going to be alloy that's going to be my problem. Nothing in space will help me produce more steel. Yet. Nothing in space will help me get steel or titanium, though they all certainly demand enough of it. Can we do asteroid mining? Asteroid mining seems like a good plan. I want to do these. I want to see what there is out there. It doesn't even need Illudium. This could just be oil. Nothing in my workshop gives me more oil. Although I should make planet busting top priority. Oh my gosh. 100% more effective. I assume that that is just the planet cracker, right? Yeah, just that. Double its effectiveness would give me all the thorium I could ever want, basically. Anyway. Right then. My first cryo station. Haha. Now with these new expanded maximums, I should be able to build a few more buildings around here. Well, not a library apparently, but some of these things I should be able to build now that I had maxed out. Like, can't do a workshop, not enough minerals that, oh well. But the more important thing is my unobtainium. Let me put that back up to the limit. Or I should say specifically my Illudium. Because it can't start when I set guys to work on it. Oh, hold on a sec. Okay, I don't need that many guys on steel. In fact, I don't really need anyone on those because we need to focus. I will need more kerosene, but for now, let's just put them on Illudium, all right? So I had left the last one at 93%. Even with 23 guys, look at the speed at which they're creating the next Illudium here. With 23 guys on it. And they won't work until it crosses 1,000. So you can kind of see why this was terribly inefficient, and when I'd leave for a while, like, they wouldn't do a good job of making Illudium. But now with this higher maximum, they can be working on it, should be able to be working on it pretty much continuously, and it should be way more efficient for me. Of course, I can always just click on it myself when I'm actually active and on, which I'm actually not going to do at the moment because I might want some of this unobtainium. So anything I want to spend it on, I could buy some moon bases, but I don't really think I need moon bases. Yeah, this doesn't cost any power either. It's really nice. So maybe I will. Yeah, okay, I don't actually need it. So I'll just hit that. And I've got 25, which I can use. I should probably focus super heavy on oil. But we'll get back to that. Workshop. I'll take that. And unfortunately, I think that that's it for my Illudium. Anyway, so there we are. And yeah, unfortunately, that's all I can do at this particular moment. But I've got my first cryo station. I don't know that I'm going to need to build more than one of these for now. I don't see a lot of call to make more of them. So let's go ahead and... Ooh, I can get one of those. Oh, that's a use for 500 unobtainium. Should I throw up another one of these? Should I build another lunar outpost? No. What I should do is I should make all the kerosene I can, and that's just a mere 200. It's going to be a while. It's going to be a while before I get to that Cairo mission. I honestly have no particular need for the Sunlifter because I have no use for antimatter at this time. The orbital array is interesting if I want to spend 100 on it, which I don't. So either I'll pour into the research vessels and satellites, although I think I'm pretty okay on star charts at this point, or I could go for this here. 250. Which seems to be pretty much the best move. Pretty much the best move that would just massively increase that. I think I talked about that last time. So that's where it's going to be. I'm gonna split my work here at this point. So 2 goals, and I can work on them simultaneously. Planet Buster upgrade and kerosene. So Illudium and the oil all becomes kerosene. I will go ahead and build maybe 1 or 2 hydraulic fracturers before I give it over entirely to kerosene. It doesn't consume any power, it just produces, so there's no reason not to have more of these. And we'll keep on stocking up on compendiums because having a higher maximum science seems to help me. Actually, a lot. In a lot of ways. I've been able to build more observatories and all kinds of fun things. And the last thing to look at is our unicorns. Another time crystal. Then, over here, this will give me over 1,000 more tiers, 1,500-ish. Yeah. We are halfway to this. And 2/5 of the way. No, halfway actually, because I'm already got more than half a crystal. I'm also halfway to finally science again. Temporal flux manipulation. I think I'll install it in a DeLorean. Or maybe a phone booth. Phone booths are good for time machines too. Most popular time machine models are usually phone booths. Okay, now, come on, please be 7.46 or more. Crap! I could have done it now. I could have had 250, but I'm just 0.5 short. Oh! And it's gonna be 8 hours, 9 hours before I'm back again. I could have had it. I could have had it. The Planet Busters. And I have to leave. So close. Alright, fine. Well, if I can't have that, I'm going to have whatever else I can get. Illudium huts, cold fusion maybe, or we could go out into space and look around. Maybe an orbital array. Will you want an orbital array? I think I want an orbital array. Boom! 2% to all structures. Okay, it's nothing to get super excited about, but still, that's 2% more towards my Illudium and my kerosene, which is all important because I want to do that Cairo mission. I've got at least one of everything here except antimatter. I can't do the antimatter thing yet. We'll start gathering it eventually. Before too long, actually. So, we got that. Do we want Illudium huts? I do want Illudium huts. Where's my exact Illudium count? Ah, but I won't be able to get my cold fusion as well. Good thing I don't need it. Whomp. Okay. Now that's an additional 10% on top of everything else that I've gotten, so that it ends up being worth considerably more than 10%. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, all of the, like, originally I got a 25%, so it was at 75, then I got another 25, so it's at 50%. I think I've got it down to 25% of its original cost. Now it's down to 15% of its original cost, so that one was, it's gonna let me buy a lot of these. I'll probably spec myself towards wood and go wild upgrading, or buying huts. I don't know what I'll do with all the kittens, but I'll find a use for them. I've been experimenting oh, an alicorn descended from the sky. Hey! I've been experimenting. I don't think it really works, but I've been trying to get them experience in different skills to see if I can get them above rank 10. But so far as I can tell, just mastering a single thing lets you reach rank 10, and then mastering multiple, well, I mean, as you can see, none of these people really have mastered multiple, but it doesn't really seem to help me promote divvying up their experience in different fields. I got to check the results on the priests there. I left them at it for a while, but I'm pretty sure it's not going to help. I think. So I'm going to just dump this into because now something, I don't know if I mentioned this, somebody pointed out they couldn't believe how much wood I was getting with just 10 woodcutters. That's because if I have just one guy doing it, it gives me a ton, but when I pour more guys into it, it's not exactly a linear growth. Let me see. Maybe it is. No, that's actually got to do with the skills. That's right. Okay. Never mind. I'm crazy. Don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to play this game. I'm just pretending I know what I'm doing. Alright. Now, I can buy some upgrades over here. It's been a while since I've done this, but I have no other use for gold. I don't really care for anything that says culture. And more faith doesn't really help me since I can always just store it. I mean, I guess it's, you know, the cap power limit's not that big a deal either to me. I'd like to transcend, but every time I try, nothing happens. So, presumably I need a lot more. I'll go with the Templars for now. Apparently I won't be able to do that again. And maybe next time I'll hit the Golden Spire. And we're starting to get our new kittens. Yay! That will be more kittens to promote. Another thing I can finally put some of this gold into. I'm just looking for ways to spend my extreme amounts of resources at this point. 0.5! If only I could trade for it. Apparently nobody else has discovered Illudium. Or maybe they just won't trade with me. Maybe they're super hostile to me, whoever else has it. Alright. Anyway, when I return, we will get our Planet Buster going. Oh, okay, in 11 hours. Maybe I shouldn't have spent so much Illudium. No, I regret nothing. The huts are good. I might be able to speed that up a little. I might. But considering I'm losing this, probably not. Maybe I should do that. I was going to build more lunar outposts. I have the star charts. I can certainly afford it at this point. Star charts are no longer a concern. I have them. I don't need to worry about them anymore. I even started building ships again. I'll probably get a factory working on ships 24/7 again, like I used to have. So, yeah, once I double this, I can build a bunch of these, and then I can be swimming in the Illudium. I hope I can make it so Illudium is no longer an issue I have to worry about. Which is why you see I've been focusing, I mentioned this before, I'm sure, why I've focused on oil and dragged it up as far as I can. My max science has been a limiting factor lately, towards which I've been building an ever-increasing stockpile of compendiums to store my scientific knowledge in. So that, and of course I've been holding a lot of festivals. Speaking of which, let's throw another festival. That thing that over here that would let me stack multiple festival durations is actually starting to seem pretty good. A lot of these upgrades actually, now that I've been looking at them and thinking about them, do seem pretty good. I mean, apparently I get a free Paragon every 1,000 years. That's where that one came from. But when looking at it, I could already have 130 more of them. And if I were to spend on Paragons, oops, not there. You know, if I were to buy, see, these are probably going to get progressively more expensive for each upgrade. But if I could reduce the building prices, I bet that includes the space ones. It could be enormous, the benefit I could reap from that. I wouldn't mind getting more trade upgrades. I don't know what that means. I don't know what the trade upgrades would be, but I want them. Where's my... oh, no. Where's my thing? I went and made a few more ziggurats. Let's see how close we come. Okay. Okay. Planet Cracker upgrade, and finally the Alicorn Utopia. And before long, we can finally march our science forward. Finally. At last, it is time. Planet Busters. What's that, uranium? Okay, but I'm already prepared to do that to it. I'm still producing uranium, so I can finally get back in the thorium business. And my unobtainium is through the roof. I can do Illudium. I should no longer have to worry so much about Illudium. I can probably slip another lunar outpost in, too, before long. I can probably make a couple of them, actually. I think I could wedge a few more in. Or do I really want the thorium, though? I mean, there's the thorium drive here. 10,000 ships. I can do that now. 10,000 thorium, and it would space travel speed 50. Is that 50%, or is that just 50? 50 times? Space travel costs $50 for a one-way trip? Just space travel 50. Okay, then. I can also think about this. I'm not as enthused about it, but, you know, it is actually a lot of energy at this point. Anyway, that's still miles away. The titanium one actually might not be quite so far out of the way now. Come to think of it, because I can start building cryo stations now with all this Illudium I'll be generating. Still don't have a use for antimatter, though. Okay, next exciting thing. Roars? Why is that closer than Yarn Mission and only showing up now? Well, 25,000 kerosene. That's even more than Yarn Mission takes. The biggest comet near Helios? You can also take a psychological test by staring at it and saying what you think it looks like. I'd say it looks like a ball of yarn, except we already have that out there somewhere with our Earth 2. I mean, what's our planet called again? Cath 2? Cath 2. So, the added titanium might also let me make more space elevators, so I'm probably going to focus on cryo station. Ow! I need that thorium drive. I need that space travel 50. 50 days less? 50 years less? 50 what? We may never know. Anyway, well, we'll get that. We'll get that tomorrow. Well, anyway. So I'll be focusing on cryo stations, but there's another thing that we can do right now. The most important of all. Hi there. Do you think something else will show up when I click Unicorn Utopia? You think there'll be another one under it? Unicorn bonus, 250%. Where's my unicorns? Where are they? There they are. So 1.7. It's about to get big. More ivory meteors. More alicorns. Although not as much as if I just bought 5 more sky palaces. I have a lot of tiers. I can actually get a sky palace too, though. So alicorn, 0.00 per second. Don't know. Alicorn sacrifice bonus. Anyway, let's hit it. Something else did appear. I actually didn't think another one would appear. I actually thought this was going to be the limit. How foolish of me. Okay, then. So, tiers. Let me see. So, unicorns. Should I buy more pastures by now? I can also throw down a sky palace, which I may as well do. I only need 2 more time crystals. 2 more. Okay, the Sun Spear does not cost time crystals. I thought it might, but it doesn't. Which means that once I have 5 of them, I won't know what to do with the rest. Improves your unicorn generation by 500%. Yeah, but it costs 25,000 tiers. Increases alicorn summon chance by a significant amount. Boy, that helps me a lot. A significant amount. So handy. Improves TC refine... Time crystal! Time crystal refine ratio. That's what that is. Okay. Okay. Ivory meteor bonus 50%. Not that the ivory meteor gives me enough to even think about. It's pretty worthless. Especially considering how much ivory these things eat. Is that how unicorns grow their horns? They go around eating ivory. Let's test this. Let's feed a horse some ivory and see what comes out of its head. The true reason that... Okay, anyway, let's see here. Alright, So now what I find interesting here is, look here. Alicorn sacrifice bonus 5% is written at the bottom of this. However, is it my imagination or has this number gone up? I could have sworn I was at 19 point something. What exactly is 1/20th? There it goes. Did you see that? There it did. What exactly is 1/20th of an alicorn? Is it like just one leg we can fry up? Not enough for time crystal, just enough for a small meal, a snack. All right, we're definitely generating alicorn. That's in addition to the descent. That's in addition to when one of them gets punted from the heavens. And in my first novel, that was one of the races, was winged. This one winged race, and what they do is they lived up in anyway. Whenever they'd have a criminal, they'd send them to the world below. Like, that was their worst punishment. exile to live with the maggots below. And, like, they'd lose, like, their magic powers. Their rings would die and fall off, and they weren't immortal. Well, I mean, they were still sort of could live thousands of years, but they weren't immortal anymore, so they'd slowly they'd age, and it was so horrific. It was the most horrific punishment they could imagine. Meanwhile, the people actually living on the surface, they're like these guys. They're so stuck up and arrogant and just pitying themselves, wallowing in their misery. And it's like, what? You still live thousands of years. You age super slowly. You're what are you complaining about? Ah, man. Anyway. Okay, so that might be what's happening to the alicorns. Definitely got some decent generation. I think next time I will have my time crystals, which is good because it's gonna be a long time before we get a Sunspire. And honestly, I don't even know why I want one. I assume maybe to get the next thing. What'll it be? The Moonspire? Don't we have an operation on the sun over here, Helios? Do we have to build that on Helios? I could turn my mince back off and just set all my guys to working on useful things. But I don't have any use for my gold, so what else am I going to do with it? Anyway, I'm going to have to do some math to determine where I've got the hiccups now. For no reason at all. They just come out of nowhere. So I need to do some math to figure out what I'm going to, how I'm going to divvy up my tiers, what I'm going to buy, what'll get me the maximum unicorn towards that Sunspire. I'm just going to throw down a Citadel just because. Unicorn Rifts do give me a lot of unicorns. Maybe I should buy some more of those. There we go. So, next time, we'll finally get advancing in our science. Can I please find a relic yet? I want to find some relics. I know how to make antimatter and contain it, even though I haven't researched it. I'm supposed to be able to get a relic. I'm supposed to be able to get a relic. Because I have this. What am I missing? What thing is in front of me that I am failing to see? It's not another building, is it? There's not a museum here that just happens to produce relics, is there? No. Doesn't look like any new building's got an up or down tick on it. I don't know. I am mystified. These getting a bit more common. As long as they're not falling on us. As long as they're not falling on our huts. Because that's all the shelter most of us have. I've been thinking about going mansion crazy, but what actually stops me is the steel, always. Despite my best effort, steel is still at a premium. You think 147,000 will last me forever, don't you? Well, an Illudium costs 2,500 alloy. An alloy costs, I have to go over here to get you the equation. An alloy costs me 75 steel. So 75, then you multiply the Illudium by that, and you end up with over 150,000. Is that right? That's not right. I'm doing something wrong. That's not right at all. What am I saying? 75 times 2,000. You end up with 75,000. And then the 500 as well, which gives you another. Anyway, so, shit, yeah, 80 to 90,000 of this turns into one of this. So, is that right? That can't be. Oh, I know why the numbers aren't making sense. Craft bonus. Because each time I do it, I get 7 times the alloy because of my workshops and everything. So, divide by 7. So, yeah. That's worth 7 times of buying 7 of this. So, 7 times 7, that's 42. Wait, is that right? Hold on, that's not right. 49. I never memorized my times tables. For some reason, as a small child, I liked doing the math in my head every time. The consequence? I'm pretty fast at low-end crappy math. But I don't have my times tables memorized, which slows me down at low-end crappy math. It all balances out somehow. Anyway. So anyway, yeah. Basically, steel is always at a premium to me. Even when I'm just making Illudium right now, steel is always at a premium to me. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm afraid that is all the time that we have. Unfortunately, can I transcend yet? I may not transcend ever, huh? Seriously, why is this one so much harder than the previous ones? Tempted to hit reset and get a bigger bonus, but that would be stupid. Next time, cryo and science of the science of the time crystals and all the Illudium you can drink or build with or whatever it is we use it for. Cold fusion it. Really, is that it? Cold fusion is the only thing left for Illudium? And then cryo stations. I mean, I guess I could build a sun lifter, but I don't even know why. I don't feel like throwing the kerosene at... Oh! Orbital arrays. Orbital arrays might be worth doing. And I'll probably build more lunar outposts, like, straight away. Ooh. I've got my science high enough I can get another oil thing, because still, oil seems like it's become my great bane. Star charts, I did it. I got them. Between the satellites and the research vessels, we absolutely have those licked. Now I've got the unobtainium, I mean not the unobtainium, the Illudium, I've got that beat. So, maybe I'm just going to ignore lunar outposts and focus entirely on nothing but oil. I can get one of this. I can do space elevators and orbital arrays to boost them. And I can go back to building the old traditional oil wells and biolabs, of which I already have a heck of a lot. They eat up a lot of alloy, and this eats up a lot of steel. A lot of steel, but maybe it's not such a big deal anymore. I could build more of these. Shame they consume my energy. I could do reactors, which would boost the oil wells and everything else. But we're out of time. So, observatory. Until next time, and every time, to the last second. What's that? Click. This is Hadrix, signing off. Bye.